Blessings and good evening. Tonight we come together as we usually do to practice meditation, to reflect on Dhamma, bring up the Buddhist teachings to contemplate. The Buddhist teachings are so profound, and there's so much that we can contemplate or learn or ponder, that sometimes we can feel a bit overwhelmed. Where do I start? And when we maybe feel this way, we always come back to the basics of, or the fundamentals of Buddhism. Anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anicca meaning impermanent, arising, passing away. Dukkha meaning inherently suffering, disease. And anatta, not self, not belonging to one. And whatever's arising for us, we can put it into these three categories. We may just want to pick up one to begin with, say for example impermanence. When we ponder, contemplate impermanence, we're bringing up a truth of nature. Whether it's our internal mental world or our physical experience or the world we live in, it's all impermanent. And we can dwell on this contemplation of impermanence in multiple ways. We can reflect back on, we were born into this world from our parents. We were an infant, and from an infant we grew into a toddler, and from a toddler we became a young child, then into teenager and young adult, then adult, then middle-aged, and then old age. So we can see that even this physical body of ours that we've been inhabiting for however long we've been alive, it's constantly changing. It's never once stayed still or been the exact same at every moment. Even the cells of the body are changing. We shed skin, our hair grows, our hair falls out, our nails grow, we have to clip them. The body grows, becomes taller. we put on weight, or we lose weight. We get aches and pains. The aches and pains then go away. Then they come back again. We get sick, then we get better, then we get sick again. We, from young, smooth skin to weathered, old, wrinkly skin. So we can see these things in a very honest way. We can look at our experience and see the impermanent nature of this body. And this has a very sobering effect on our minds. When we contemplate impermanence regularly on all of our experience, we loosen our grip on the fixation that everything should be a certain way. This should be like this all the time. I should be happy all the time. I should be wealthy all the time. I should be knowledgeable or more than anyone else all the time. But this is not the case. With wealth comes a change in conditions, and we lose our wealth. When we have good health, sometimes we lose our good health. So a very good contemplation to have, to bring us an acceptance of the way our experience is, the way things are. But it takes regular attention to this contemplation of impermanence. We can't just contemplate impermanence once and expect ourselves to understand that all the time. Often we contemplate impermanence and then we maybe forget for the most part of our day all about impermanence, and we become attached to our expectations, our unmet goals, our worries and concerns, and our contemplation of impermanence takes a back seat. But with stronger mindfulness and more regular contemplation, we can have this understanding with us all the time. We can, to the point where we know that things are impermanent, less of a conceptual level and more of a understanding that this is the way things are truly, and it's foolish to hold on to these things because they're constantly changing. So like we can see with just one contemplation of one of the basic tenets of Buddhism, impermanence, we can spend time dwelling on it, contemplating it, bringing our mind to this sense of sober, cool understanding of truth. So for the next period of time we can practice together, cultivating mindfulness, bringing our mind back to the meditation object, back to stillness, and letting go of any distracted thinking, knowing that it arises, stays for a while, and it will pass away. It's also impermanent.